Do there exist beliefs in your head that you're too scared to share?
You mean beliefs that I have that are from experience, or beliefs that I have that are conjecturous?
Either. Both.
Yeah, I have a very strong belief that the probability of us seeing the truth in reality is zero. I think that we perceive less than 1% of reality. The brain is missing out on a lot of data. And I think that we should never exclude ourselves from the unknown. I think there's a whole part of the unknown self that we're unaware of, that I think exists beyond linear time and space. And I do believe that it's real. I think it's a realm beyond space and time that I think, your eye right now is perceiving a very small spectrum of frequency, a visible light. It's a very tiny slice in the electromagnetic spectrum. And that visible light, red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, violet, is actually bouncing off of the slowest and most stable form of energy called matter. And that gives us this perception of separation, right? Well, that small spectrum is less than 1% of what we actually can perceive. So I think that our senses plug us into reality, into three-dimensional reality. But I think there are realities that exist beyond space and time that we're unaware of. And I think there are latent systems in the brain that, once activated, allows the brain to transduce that energy, that frequency, into profound information.
Do psychedelics drugs work in that way?
I think psychedelics give a person a perception of reality that's beyond three-dimensional reality. We're discovering that the nervous system makes its own pharmacy of psychedelics. In fact, we have really recent data that shows that many people that have a mystical experience in our work, that have fMRIs, look like they're on psilocybin.
Mm.
Yeah. And yet your nervous system's making that natural chemical endogenously. There's a tiny little gland in the back of your brain called the pineal gland. And the pineal gland has tiny little crystals inside of it that are stacked up on top of each other, rhombohedron in shape. And that little tiny gland acts like a radio receiver for electromagnetic frequencies. And when those crystals can become activated, like a radio receiver, they can pick up frequencies that are beyond your senses, the quantum. And they can transduce, it's called a transducer.